Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing email question line for this or any watch you see here on our channel or on our website. It's in the description below. Reach out to me at tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the breathtaking Patek Philippe Gondolo 5101J-001, made from 2012 to 2014. This was the last in the 5101 series that began back in 2003. The watch is perfect. As you can see, the timepiece measuring 29.6 millimeters from side to side, not including the crowns, that's its width. From lug to lug, 51.7 millimeters, and 20 millimeters between the lugs with a 12.5 millimeter thickness. So though the watch is substantial, it does slip easily underneath a dress cuff. I'm going to show it to you on my wrist. As I mentioned, 51.7 millimeters from lug to lug, and that's the defining dimension for this watch. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a wrist smaller than 14.5 centimeters circumference, but you see how it wears on my 16 centimeter wrist, and you'll also note that it is low enough to wear underneath a cuff. A lovely piece and dramatic. It is the boldest gold and the most traditional. Patek, one of the few companies that can still get away with making a fine watch in yellow gold without becoming a parody, and this watch is dead serious. Dark brown, large rectangular scale alligator leather, as you can see the strap with sheer sides showing the layers of construction and a monotone stitch. On the underside you can see calfskin. It is a brand new Patek Philippe strap, uncrimped, ungouged. In fact, you will do that first, and you will do so with this, a black polished and faceted yellow gold Patek Philippe spade style pin buckle. The case band looks as though it is the vaulted flanks of the Chrysler Building's peak on your wrist. A lovely tiered and arced series. This Gondolo model designed to evoke the vintage reference 514. Keep me streaming, open a separate window, but the 514 evident in the lines of this case. The timepiece handsomely made, both case and movement by Patek Philippe. They create both in-house. The dial features a set of high-polished yellow gold Breguet-style Arabic numerals, a railroad minutes track outboard, of course, yellow gold hands to match, a countersunk set of sub-registers. You can see they have polished chapterings top and bottom. There's a handsome symmetry to the dial and a minimum of text. Now, if you note at the base, the watch is a case-back tourbillon, but you'll also note that the serial starts with a 5, and the original chronometer-certified 5101s pre-mid-2009, before mid-2009, they started with a 3, and the difference is the Patek Philippe seal. You'll note the 10-day power reserve because this watch, with its caliber 2820 REC, shaped and sized for the case, it is a tourbillon caseback. It is Patek Philippe seal. What does that mean? Well, in the modern era, the Patek Philippe seal now has a concrete meaning. It's not just a replacement for the Poisson de Genève in a finishing sense, but it attests that the watch will run no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per day or better as it leaves the factory. Remember, the original 5101s were chronometer certified. Patek Philippe seal still meets that standard of precision, but it is a later era of construction. Let's talk a little bit about this movement. It was launched back in 2003 on the Platinum model. It is perfectly sized and shaped for the case, the mark of a true manufacturer. You have twin mainspring barrels set in golden chaton, pocket watch style, pressed into the barrel bridge. Those two barrels endowing the watch with a 10-day power reserve. 5 position adjusted, that is the high horology standard. You could see that it pivots on those 29 joules at 21,600 vibrations per hour. And you'll also appreciate the fact that the balance uses a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring to beat concentrically in any orientation for better timekeeping. And it features Patek's traditional free-sprung gyromac style balance. The timepiece handsomely executed with many Baroque flourishes, 25 meters water resistant, don't take it swimming. Let's take a quick look at some of the details of finish. Black polished tourbillon carriage. All screw heads as well as pins used for locating the bridges, black polished. You'll note that the bridge for the escapement, it too has been black polished below the balance. And finally, the bridge for the tourbillon structure itself, entirely poly noir, black polished, because from all but one angle, it looks black. You'll note that the anglage on the bridge is huge, almost as broad as Philippe Dufour, with 2 interior angles flanking the central pivot of the drivetrain just above the tourbillon. All screw heads, not just black polished, but with chamfered slots and circumference. There's an engine turn perlage on the base plate, and you'll note the thickly ridged Côte de Genève, which are dark on one side. At the right angle, you can see they're dark on one side, light on the other. The mark of abrasive wheel, that is traditional Côte de Genève, not the type that are stamped on. But with this level of Patek Philippe timepiece, you're getting the best of everything and absolutely no compromise. Why a caseback tourbillon? Simple. Patek Philippe reckons that the UV rays of sunlight will degrade the lubricants, so to maintain the chronometric purpose of the tourbillon, it needs to be on the caseback. Wonderful. In my opinion, a secret kept between you and your watch. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this legendary Gondolo tourbillon.